Shining bright, sunshine in the sky. Megan and Tammy here to testify, spreading love, laughter and good vibes too. The Fat Girl Chronicles, we're breaking through. No more hiding, no more feeling.
Hey, hi, welcome to, my name's Tammy.
My name's Megan.
Together we are
the Fat Girl Flippers.
Welcome to our podcast, the Fat Girl Chronicles.
Yes, if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you're hitting that the bell so you're reminded every time we post, as well as hitting the subscribe button because we're looking for some subscribers. And if you like to listen to us on audio, that's totally fine. We are on almost all podcast streams, and that includes Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. Yeah.
So how's your week been?
Let's see, how has my week been? Well, I guess we should say that we're in the car first.
We are in the car. This is our first car chat. I've watched some other YouTubers do their podcasts from the car, and it's kind of cool.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
And there's a guy, I think his channel's named Car Chats with Phil or something, but anyway, that's all he does is car chats.
Really?
Yep. And a lot of them he does like on his lunch break from work, or when he's driving back and forth, or
really.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we
it tells us that we're not driving.
I hate when that thing comes on though, because sometimes it'll come on when I am not driving, or someone turns on my car, it'll come on then, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
So how has my week been? It's been good. I'm trying to think, really. We didn't post last week. We had a lot going on. And then, there was some changes in the schedule, and yes, we were going to do the car thing, but then I was exhausted Thursday, I think. So we didn't have a podcast. So I guess it's the last 2 weeks. I've just been busy working. We had a live, which was...
we had a live that was really successful. Thanks for everyone who participated and shared and joined in the fun. That's the thing about doing the lives. They almost feel like it is a lot of work building up to it, and it's a lot of work afterwards delivering and that kind of stuff. But I don't know, I just find I like our hour together.
I do, and I like the community that it's built. I like the people that I'm
proud of us for what we've done.
Yeah, that we've stuck with it. It's really fun that way.
Especially, you know what's funny is that both of us have a diagnosis that says that we are not, people to adhere to rules or stay. That usually we're kind of wishy-washy and things like that. But this just proves you are not your diagnosis.
Yes, exactly. I'll tell you the scam calls.
The scam calls are real.
Well, and it's funny that this is totally off topic, but not really. But I got a text message today, and it was asking about dinner. And it was oh, this person can't meet for dinner, but I can, so we're going to have dinner together. And it was sent me this photo of two, and I was report and block,
I've gotten them before that say, hey mom, it's me. I got a new phone number. I'm just letting you know. Not.
So the live was interesting because our technology broke down too.
Oh yeah, so we had to go old school, which is really good because Megan and I have done everything from pen and paper to fully automated. So,
and it kind of worked. We had a lot of stuff so we had to individually, I had to be read
she had to call out the number to me, and I had to check and see, or
if it was purchased.
If it was purchased, yeah.
So we didn't have our access to our Shopify, so that kind of we worked through it actually, and it didn't deter us really much.
No, and we weren't really considering the amount of items, because we sold about twice the amount of items that we have been selling.
Yeah.
And it didn't take us, maybe it took us 20 minutes longer than we normally are at night
Yeah.
Because usually it's about an hour, or it's been about an hour after the show's over that it takes us, and I think you were out of there by 9:30, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, local people, of course, obviously know about the tragic shooting that we had, the Canada's worst mass murder. Something positive that came out of that was there's a beautiful park that is built for two of the victims. And we're sitting in that park right now. Just so you know, it's called Hearts Haven, and it's a beautiful space. If anybody's in the local Truro area, they have some nice trails for walking or wheeling on, and they've got I see a hammock, picnic tables, a gazebo, and we're only in one part of the park. So kudos to whoever
it's beautiful.
did the park and to the county for making it happen.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
It is nice.
Yeah.
It's very quiet here. A lady just came to walk her dog. And I'm sorry I interrupted you talking about your week.
No, well, this is, I like when we do our podcast like this.
Because it just goes every which way.
Exactly. What else? I've been, so in this past 2 weeks, I was talking to Tammy actually before we started this, like, I was doing like a digital ovulation test, and I was so excited. It started flashing, and so that shows that like you're leading up to an ovulation. So that was super exciting, but then it just wouldn't stop not flashing. So now we're kind of like back at square one. Like, did I ovulate? Did I not ovulate? So I did notice that this cycle I had cramping, and then one of my coworkers had mentioned that.
Oh, that's usually when you're releasing an egg.
Yeah, she said when she used to ovulate, like when she was going through her fertility journey, she would notice that when she's ovulating, she'd cramp. So for that period of time that was flashing, I did cramp like on and off throughout those couple of days. And the day that I was...
It's a very good sign. Yeah. I didn't know that, because that does mean that usually cramping or pain on one side or the other is an egg being released.
Yeah, so and then I've got a blood test on Monday. I know, it's so exciting. So
Grammy Tammy's getting that little grandbaby.
So so that was kind of the 2-week thing. I just have so much respect for, like, I am very early into the, like, I guess I've been into it a couple of years, but for a lot of those years, it was kind of stalled because of my hyperplasia. And so, like, we originally went to the IWK because of fertility, and then that got stalled. So it feels like I've been on this journey a lot longer than I actually have, like, actively trying. So again, I keep saying to myself, and I keep saying to you guys and everyone else, like, people who are perfectly in perfect condition take 6 months to a year. So deep breaths, doing a lot of, like Tammy said, manifesting.
The other thing I want to remind Megan is that a lot of times the doctors put a lot of emphasis on weight, and this is why you're not getting pregnant and whatever. And I think it makes you feel bad, and it lowers your self-esteem. It makes you feel like, you're not worthy of being pregnant. I just want to say on camera and to Megan, if you went in the doctor's office where the pregnant people are, you will see just as many what they class as obese clients as you will see regular size.
Yeah.
So, and not everybody that's plus size.
Yeah.
It doesn't automatically mean it's an X against you for getting pregnant.
Right. And there's lots of people who are, I guess, straight size.
Yeah, that have problems.
Who are struggling with fertility as well,
So I just want to put that out there so I don't want you ever feeling like that your size is a deterrent, because I know that is pushed, like the BMI is such a thing.
Yeah. 1,000%.
I just say
1,000%.
Take that with a grain of salt, and take the information in, do what you want with it, and then just move on. Like, I'm just like everybody else. So I got the same body parts as everybody else.
Yeah, well, this is it, right? Yeah.
So as long as point A is going to point B,
we're good to go.
Yep. And I mean, they say truly, until you try for, like, I think it's over a year with no success.
Yeah.
and no underlying conditions, that's when they'll really start
get
look
in.
at.
Yeah. This is kind of, it's about blood work. Did I tell you about my blood work experience on Saturday? There you go. I had one of those Saturday.
Yes.
So I go in and I'm like, it's Saturday morning, bright and early. It's in Dartmouth, so I got up at like 7:30 and I'm like going to Dartmouth. She's having her drink.
Having a drink.
Going to Dartmouth and then doing all that stuff. And then I go in 10 minutes before. I put my little QR code because they send you a confirmation for your blood work. Put in my little QR code in their little scanner thing. Comes up, we could not find your appointment. So I'm like, okay. So I tried again. Could not find your appointment. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to manually put in the little number. Could not find your appointment. Again, I tried it again. Could not find your appointment. I was like, okay, I'm within the 10-minute span. Like, I'm right here. So I turn around and I'm already anxious about the blood work and also anxious about the people because for some reason, the more I live in this universe, the more socially anxious I get. And
totally understandable because I get it.
Yeah. And so I look at the person working and she was like, can you help? Like, it's not working. And she was like adamant that I had gotten the wrong date or time. So she's like, are you sure you got the right time? Are you sure you got the right date? So I'm like looking at my phone. I'm like, okay, reading the address and the time. I'm like, I'm here. So then she goes, and she walks out of her booth and she walks over to the little machine and she like snatches my phone, like tries to grab at my phone to again verify that I've not
that you're not
place
that you're not a dum-dum and you can't read your own phone.
Mm-hmm. So she reads that I am in fact in the right spot and in the right place.
What's that?
At the right place.
Glenn? The Little Red Soul?
The Little Red Soul. Oh, maybe. I was like, Glenn.
Yeah.
Could be. So yeah, so then she's like, okay. So she puts the little confirmation number in and it works. And so me being like, trying to be like, okay, well, thank you. Like, I'm whatever. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. You must have the magic touch. And she goes, most of the time it's just human error. I'm like, oh my God, lady. And then, so then we go to the booth because, of course,
some people in public service could use some training to deal with the public.
Oh my gosh. So then I go to her little booth because, of course, she's like, come over to my booth. And normally when I do, first of all, my doctor actually picked that I don't have to fast, but I did fast because they were testing my sugars. So that was a mistake on my doctor's part. And so then this girl was like, okay, when did you eat? Did you eat this morning? I'm like, no. And that's usually what I get asked, right? Normally. And then it was like, well, did you have any coffee or tea? I'm like, no. And she's like, did you have any mints? I'm like, no. She's like, did you have any gum? I'm like, no.
She's what I'd call an arsehole.
I was like, what's happening? I was like, what is happening right now?
Those are not normal questions they asked.
I've never.
Sorry.
Like,
I'm the queen of blood work, fasting and non-fasting.
Right. And I've read online that you shouldn't have like gum and mints, but no one's ever asked that. They're like,
no one's ever asked
when
me
is
that
the last time you've eaten? Last night? Perfect. Great. Awesome. Like,
moving on.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, what is happening? But then I always have to remind myself, maybe she's had a rough day. Maybe she had a rough night. Maybe she didn't get a lot of sleep. Maybe she got a really bad
just
message.
An arsehole.
Maybe she is just an arsehole. I don't know. But oh my God, it was something else.
I will say that those dealing with the public, and I mean, she's probably frustrated because we in our province have more senior citizens than anywhere in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And they're working with a system that requires you to do digital things, scan QR codes, put in numbers into a computer system that's going to spit you out a ticket. You have to do it within a window of time frame. No wonder there's human error. Think about the amount of people that wouldn't be able to accomplish that. There would be a lot.
Yep.
So these poor people at the desk probably get pestered 150 times a day
for
the same thing. So that's likely where her frustration lies. And that is a higher up issue that needs to be dealt with. Yeah. No, when I went in today, there was in Elmsdale, there was a young girl sitting there, and my doctor had emailed me my request, and I don't have a working printer at the moment. So I had called ahead, and they said, yes, we can print it, no problem. So when I got there, I said to her, I'm early, but I have to give you email my paper. Can I get the email address? And she goes, you can't do that here. So anyway, the girl sitting over by the number machine, she goes, can I help you? And I said, yeah. I said, I called earlier this morning and asked them if I could email the blood work paperwork because I don't have a printer. And they said, sure. And now she's telling me I can't. She goes, just give me a second. So she went in behind the desk and she came back with a little yellow sticky tag that was folded all up into a tiny piece. And it was like we were doing a drug deal or something. She slid it across the table to me. And she said, just email it to this address. She goes, the one over there will get it, not her. Like, oh my God. And it was funny. But anyway, they took it. But I mean, sometimes I just am baffled by. We have systems that have surpassed the people that are using the systems. Yeah. So I agree. It's I feel sorry for both sides because the workers are stuck there. They don't have a choice. And then you've got the people who don't understand how the system works and they don't have a choice. Yeah, it's hard all around. Healthcare in our province, well, all over Canada, I guess, is a hot mess right now. So yeah, 1,000%. Yeah. How was your week? As usual, lately, my weeks have been busy and full every day. And I'm looking forward to, I don't think I have anything tomorrow. No, but I was going to mention, so we were, so funny, we're like filming, but we were going to do that thing on Saturday, but I wasn't sure if you'd even feel up to it. What thing? The drumming and the healing and the... Sure. Okay, so that is Saturday night, but if you don't, like, I'm fine with going and I'm fine with not going. Oh! I'm in Moncton. There you go. I forgot. We're going to, are you seeing Kaya's concert? Oh my God, really? Yes. Oh, that's so nice. Come? I think I might just take that opportunity and fucking rest. Rest. I don't blame you. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to Kaya's end of the year concert, and it's super exciting for Grammy because Grammy has, although seen them on video, I have not yet seen the concerts live, and I'm very excited. I was wondering how you were going to get the dress to her. I'm taking it. That makes sense now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I got that this. Is so. Oh, here's me rummaging. Kaya better not be watching this. Oh no, I'll get it to her before it's. I got her this book. I remember these. Isn't that cool? Yes. Do you remember these body books? I've never seen it before. Really? The Care and Keeping of You, the body book for older girls. Yeah. Yes, I think it's perfect. It's about these are periods. Amazing. These are amazing. So anyways, I thought, I'll just give it to her in case there's anything she wants to look up or... Look, they even give, like, tampons. I know, they show how to use it. Imagine, like, really good. These are great for, like, They talk about bras. They talk about... Yeah, they have these for all kinds. Mom used to get me these all the time. So anyway, I found it at the hospital gift shop, and it was only $2. Really? Yeah. And I grabbed it because I was like... I don't even know if they make them anymore. I don't know, but it was $18.99 in the bookstore. No, I believe it. It says this book is available as an ebook, so it's probably not even available anymore. And I tried to find a date. Yeah, see, they've got... Yeah. Did you have this, the magazine? The American Girl magazine? Probably. Yeah, I was trying to find a date that it was published, but I didn't see anything on it at all. I mean, the good thing about that, too, is that, like, 2012. Oh, 2012. Okay, there you go. But the thing about these is this doesn't change, right? Like... Yeah, your period. Unfortunately, we've been having periods for many, many years. The only thing that might change is that now people do use, and it's not in here, like Diva cups, and there's some more options. But generally, younger girls or kids or children, because girls now get their period at maybe 8, 9.
Yeah, they get them younger, eh?
Yeah, they're probably not going to use something.
I love that. Did you show that to Candy yet?
Not yet, no.
Those books are so good.
And I would have loved having something like that when I was her age because I was curious, but there was nobody to ask.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair.
So I think, and I love that it's got like pictures of the body and all the parts and that,
that's
like you said,
exciting.
the tampon thing.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So your week's been full and busy.
My week's been full and busy, but I am very much looking forward to Saturday and going up and spending some time with my girlies. I wish that Candy said today she wished she could come to our event.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So
that is quite a ways away to travel for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're like mesmerized by the dog.
Yeah, there's a pretty dog.
Anything in particular about your week other than that it's been busy, or?
I had that proposal writing class or grant writing class that I'm taking.
Favorite.
No, it's so boring. It's so dry and boring. Oh my god! And it's long. It's like 4 hours long, or 4.5. And so I have that every Wednesday. And Tuesday I have the pain clinic, which that's not bad. But you have all of these things that I have all week long are get up early in the morning. And anybody who has a disability will know that early mornings are hard because it takes us longer than the average person to get ready. So for 5, if I have an appointment at 9 o'clock, depending on where it's at, I may have to get up at 6:30.
Right.
To get ready, to give myself enough time. So
yeah, that's difficult.
I'm like
sweltering.
Yeah. If I open this door, is it gonna affect anything?
I don't think.
Okay. It'll just let some air in there. There we go. Okay.
I could probably put this up. That might. This is probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This breeze.
Oh yeah, that is nice, eh?
Yeah. It's a good thing about sitting somewhere outside. You can adjust your temperature.
Exactly. Okay, so this week we did do something pretty big.
We took a risk.
Yes.
It's a big risk.
It is a big risk.
It's a financial risk for us.
Yes.
And I mean, we're not talking millions of dollars, but for us, it's like, it's a lot for us. Yeah. For me, it is anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think in this current market, anything is.
Yeah, we're all struggling.
$20 is $20 is $20 type of thing. Right?
Yeah, I mean, anywhere you can save $20, you're going to save $20.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we did a pretty big thing. So we've been in talks with a girl by the name of Suzanne, and she runs. So she has like her regular social media, but she also has her TikTok, and it's Hallie, HALI. Fat, FAT. And so she does a lot of like fat activism. She talks about life in a fat body. She's really about like body positivity and body neutrality and all of these things. So she's fantastic. She also happens to be a social worker. Like me, so that's great.
Yes, when they get together, it's social work talk, and I just sit in the corner and watch them.
She was on our podcast, actually. She talked about like the medical field, like how that can be tricky.
Yeah, fat aspect in the medical field. Yeah.
So, anyway, we were chatting with her, and we kind of. I think I went out to supper with her or something. She brought it up, and I was like, I think we should do this. And then like I talked to Tammy about it, and Tammy was like, yeah, because we've always wanted to do. I mean, we'd love to do something like a retreat, but we're just not there yet. But like do a whole retreat would be amazing, like a weekend retreat. But so we decided that all 3 of us were going to work together and look at doing like a plus size pool party for women and non-binary folks.
And just so you know, there's been in Canada, there have been other provinces that have done this, but Nova Scotia has never done it as far as we're aware.
Yeah.
So this will be the first fat-friendly pool party.
Yeah.
That's been organized in our province.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I think so to me that is such a huge.
It is a huge thing.
It's a huge moment. Like, I think that bathing suits have always been like a point of contention, specifically around plus size bodies, because traditionally or historically. Actually, can't even say historically, because there was a time in history when
larger bodies were accepted
and actually like encouraged or appreciated.
And there are countries in the world that feel that way.
Yeah,
we're just not in one of them.
Yeah,
North America, unfortunately, is not one of the countries that is in favor of plus size bodies.
Right, but in our world, our mainstream world, plus size bodies are supposed to be covered, are supposed to be hidden, right? And so it's hard to be covered or hidden in a bathing suit. And so I think there's been a lot of like movement throughout the years around like going from a swim dress to like just a one piece to the tankini to like a bikini, but it's like in between a bikini and a tankini.
And then the high cut or the high waisted bottoms, and then the like longer, almost like sports bra top. Yeah. So you had a two piece, but it wasn't really a two piece.
It wasn't really a two piece, and so anyway, it's been. I think the bathing suit and the plus size body has always been like a huge source of contention and a huge thing of anxiety and insecurity, and I think like when I was reading up on the history of it, like. These type of plus size pool parties started in the 70s with fat activism groups when they were doing like annual conferences, right? Like that's kind of where it originated, right? It was a source of activism. It was a source of rebelling against society standards,
yeah,
right? And so I think it's a huge moment.
It all came around the same time, like the hippie movement was all about like free speech and freedom to love your own body and just freedom in general for people.
Yeah, feminism. They also had a
feminism movement.
Yeah, so I think, and then it became popular again around the 2000, like mid 2010. It was there was a pool party on the show Shrill. I don't know if did you watch Shrill before?
No, but I think that's the time that who was the plus size model that came? Tess Holiday.
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
Ashley
Graham. That would have been their like heyday.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Shrill was really good. It featured like it was a plus size main character, and one of the things that she discovered was this like plus size pool party and how she had gone and was dancing and just felt like totally accepted and free to be in kind of whatever dress she wanted and not to be judged on that. So and like Tammy said, there's been some, like there's one in St. John's, there's been a couple like Ontario way, but never really Nova Scotia that we're aware of, and they're all throughout the States. Like I've for years have like seen them advertised and like have been like, oh, I'd love to go, but like you're spending a mint just to, right? So yeah,
like the one in St. John's, I've seen that like a couple of times pop up, and I thought, oh, what a fun time that would be if we could go. But
I know
it's not feasible. I mean, maybe if we flew, but even still, by the time you fly, you get accommodations and that kind of stuff. You're looking at $500 a piece.
Right.
And I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's funny. I was thinking about this today, and I know your thoughts on her, so we won't go too deep into it, but Alicia McGarville is currently at a Pennington's. They're doing some sort of like pen gals retreat or getaway or something. Like it's like this like promotional thing for Penningtons, and it's kind of the same idea. Like they're going to a resort, they're at a pool party, they're doing plus size pool party, but like often those things are super inaccessible because the cost to go there, and then it's exclusive.
Only the elite.
It'd be for the elite, right? So like, you know, in our planning this, we really wanted to make it like accessible for everyone. So we decided we obviously put money into it because you had to, because we're renting the entire pool. Like it's not going to be like a public swim with us.
No, we actually rented the pool for an hour, and then we have rented a pavilion so we can gather and like have a picnic and have talks and chats and icebreakers and just some fun, you know?
Yeah, so
just hanging out kind of thing.
Yeah, so we figured, okay, well, we put money out, so we definitely need to like recoup something, but yeah, so we decided on $10 just to make it like accessible. We want to make it as accessible as possible. The unfortunate thing in our discovery for this pool party, we love Truro. We do love Truro. We like live in Truro area, right? So like we do love Truro. We were hoping to do it in Halifax, but Halifax you can't find anywhere to do private parties. So that was kind of our deterrent there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Victoria Park here in Truro, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, did a major renovation to the pool, and it is very nice. Yeah. And they've got a beautiful slide, and I think you saw the pictures. So it is a double slide. Yeah. And I'm sure, I don't think there's any size limit or anything on it. Looks very, very well built and sturdy. Yeah. So, that's so exciting. It looks like fun. And then for me being in a wheelchair, it was important that it was accessible as far as, can I get in the building? How am I going to get in the pool? Because they don't have a pool lift. But I've been there before, and I know that they have a gradual incline into the kiddie pool, and there's a hand railing. So if you can push yourself to the edge of it, and even if you have to scooch on your bum in the water, it is pretty easy to get in and out, and there'll be lots of people around, so yeah, I'm not worried about that. Once I get in the water, I'm like a mermaid.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited. We're hoping that, we know it's the first year. We're hoping to do it every year, and
I just have nightmares because I remember what happened when we tried to do Wentworth.
I know,
and it's so disappointing when you put your heart and soul into something, and they've been asking for this. Our group has been asking for it, but everybody that I know so far has been, oh, I've got something else that day, oh, like it, and it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, but it's super exciting when we've had a couple of people that are like,
going. There's people that are,
which we're
on board.
Right, and the cool thing about, I think why it might be so disappointing for us too is because of the community we've created. So in our heads, it's not just like it's certainly open, like anybody can kind of message us and register as long as like they're plus size. It's 16 plus. But like with our core group that's typically on the lives and chats with one another, like it would be cool for people to like meet each other because everyone kind of just knows each other online. So
I feel like it's so funny because I feel like I know everyone, although I probably wouldn't even recognize them if I saw them on the street.
I know. It's funny that way, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're super excited. We're hopeful. It's our first year, so we're hopeful that, we have a fair amount of people.
And we would encourage anybody who's interested to head on over to our we've created or Megan has created an event page. You want to tell them?
Yeah, it's Fat Splash, and then like a little dash, and it says a plus size pool party with the little
at.
No, it's no
/
No, like the emoji, like swimwear emoji.
Oh,
that's how it ends. Yeah. So Fat Splash. You'd probably find it with just typing in Fat Splash. Yeah. And yeah, so I think that we'd really encourage people to come if they can.
It'll be so much fun. Safe place. Mm-hmm. It'll definitely be safe, like nobody, we've already set on our rules. It's an anti-dieting culture, so we don't want anyone talking about weight loss and this and that. And I mean, that's just out of respect for everyone.
Right.
because we're all on our own journeys for different reasons, and
for sure.
yeah.
And we were told that they have they'll have music, so there's gonna
and we
be
can have pool floaties.
And yeah, so we also found out that we can bring our own pool floaties as long as they're not like those gigantic ones. So we're gonna be bringing a couple like pool floaties.
I'm gonna make a thing out of pool noodles that we can use for people to take like as a photo frame. You know how they do the photo frames at events, so I'll do one that can float. That, you know, I'll probably do it with plastic flowers or something.
Oh my gosh, that's so
cute. Everything is waterproof, so it can just float in the pool,
and people can just take like, their pictures,
pick up and use it. Yeah,
that's so cool. Yeah, so we're really like, we're gonna have music, and then in the pavilion we're gonna have like snacks, and you can bring your own like food if you want. We're gonna have some water. Like, I think it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward just as much to the after. I want to say the after party. Yeah, you know, where we get together and we just chat and stuff.
And the other thing too about the after party, for anyone who is like, who listens to us but also follows like Fat Girl Flippers and like does the lives with us, we're also going to be bringing like our clothes with us, so we're having our bins sorted. So it's a good chance to like see what we have in person.
Yeah,
which would be really good. Yeah, because then you can actually like feel and look, and yeah. So I'm excited about that. I really hope it goes well. I just think it's like so groundbreaking that Nova Scotia is going to have its first.
And we're having it.
I know. We're part of making history. You know what I mean? Like that. Like, how cool is that?
We're not making history. We're making changes.
We're making changes. I love it.
Because be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah. And I do feel like, you know, we should feel comfortable in our own skin and our own bodies, and regardless of where we are in our journey, what size we are or how much we weigh, like you have every right to feel as comfortable in a bathing suit as anyone else, right?
Yep. 100%. Can tell you when I walked, I wore a bathing suit all the time. The time.
Yeah.
Did not deter me.
Yeah.
And I certainly wasn't small. I love sitting here because we can see the little planes going over.
I know.
We're really close to the Divert Airport, where they're little small planes. They have a flight school there, just a small or a flying club. So
yeah, it was hard to tell. The weather was kind of like gray and overcast, but now it's like blue. So,
but it's
Nova Scotian weather. Like Nova Scotia, you can't.
It's funny driving home from Elmsdale this morning. When we were on the highway, I can see over this way, right? And I can see the mountains in the background, kind of where I live.
Yeah.
So you could see the different colors of the sky. Like you could tell what was happening. It was sunny where we were at, and then there was gray, and then there was dark gray. So I thought, oh, it must be raining on the mountain.
Oh, yeah. So. And it was, when I drove to your place, it was sprinkling around like Brookfield, Truro area, like kind of had like a little bit of sprinkles. So I don't know.
One other thing, I just thought of it about the pool party, because I had someone message, and I just answered them a while ago. She said, my friend and I really want to come, but she's worried she's too big for regular size and too small for plus size. So I said, come along.
Yes.
We're not going to discriminate. You, if you feel plus size, then you come.
Yeah.
Like, if you feel like you will fit in with us, which I can't see why you wouldn't, we're not going to make anyone feel bad if you come and you're a size 14 or 12 or even a 10.
Yeah.
You know, if you feel comfortable in our group, then come along.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And I mean...
And that's got to be an awful place to be too, right? Like that in between, like...
Yeah. And I'm guessing, I didn't ask what size she was, but I'm guessing when she says in between, she's probably like a 12, 14.
Yeah. And the thing too is, well, 12, 14 is considered technically
plus size. To us, plus size, yeah.
But also, for somebody to actually reach out and ask that question, I mean, that right there tells you.
I was just like, bring her.
Right, yeah, well, that's what I mean. That right there tells you.
There's interest.
Interest, but also the being respectful, right? Like, I don't want to show up in a spot where, not that I'm not welcome, but that I don't want to show any sort of disrespect.
What did you say? We're not going to have a scale at the door?
I know. Susanna and I were talking about that too. Like, we were like, we're not going to have a scale. We're not going to like reject people. But we just want to make sure that it's it's a safe space for women of all different sizes can come together and really like celebrate one another and have fun. And because for some people they may come and this might be like the first time they wear a bathing suit in public.
Yep.
Like,
and we've got a few, I love it, we've got a few people on our live that have been purchasing swimsuits that haven't previously worn swimsuits in public, and then they go on vacation, they wear the swimsuit, and they send us pictures, and it's beautiful.
I know.
Like, it's just so, I find it so empowering to see clients of ours, like, just getting out there and enjoying things that they normally wouldn't have done.
Yeah, this morning, Tammy had shared a couple different posts of like different people in Fat Girl Flipper clothing, and I just thought that was so cool. Like,
I loved Gud's because Gud had head to toe. She had boots, she had a sweater. What else is she had? Those overalls, and then she had that bathrobe that was right up to her neck. It was the cutest thing. I love her pictures. I just want to squeeze her.
I know, and we have so many people that like. We have some people that consistently send pictures like of their favorite thing from their
Catherine always looks adorable.
Yeah, Jennifer, same thing.
Yes, yep, Jennifer.
Yeah. So we do love when we get pictures, and like for sure, like if we're allowed to sometimes we don't share them right away.
We always ask.
We always ask, and if you're comfortable, like feel free to be like, yes, you can share this or whatever, because we have also received like photos like of the woman that you were talking about, who had never worn a bathing, like we wouldn't share that.
I didn't ask.
Yeah, and because we just knew, right? Like that was something that was such a big moment for her.
We have a pretty good handle on what we can and cannot share, you know.
Yeah.
So
no, that's super exciting. I'm glad that feel free to message us if you want tickets. You do have to purchase the tickets by June 19th July 19th. And the reason for that is because
the pool has
capacity.
We have to know if we need an extra lifeguard or not. If there's more than 45 people, we have to hire a lifeguard, and we have to give them notice. So
we want to make sure that, like, you know,
the other thing is we need to recoup our money so that we can, you know, purchase snacks and do
we want to buy snacks, and we want to like I'm just so excited.
I am too. I'm really excited. I just feel like it'll be a really good day.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm looking forward to it. And I like the way you scheduled it too. It's kind of like later in the afternoon and the early evening, and the evenings are great now because it stays light so long that nobody has to drive home in the dark, or you know. And even we're a great place in Truro because most major centers are within an hour of us, and no matter which direction you go in, you know, Amherst, New Glasgow, Halifax, no matter where you go, you're pretty much within an hour. Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully that people that will live out of town will make an effort. We would really appreciate it if you would make the effort to come, because we love you. Yeah. We want to see you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think that's too like why we wanted it in Halifax, because it was a little bit more central. But
I can't wait to see the Fat Girl Flipper bathing suits.
I hope we see some.
I hope we see all.
That would be kind of cool.
Yes, it would be kind of cool.
I don't know whether I'm gonna wear something now, or maybe I'll try to thrift something.
I haven't thought about it either. I haven't even tried on anything. I don't know what fits, what doesn't fit.
I know. I was kind of like, I'm like, do we just go all out and like wear something a little bit more risky?
You know what I really love is, I love that mermaid bathing suit that's in the box, the purple and orange one. I love that bathing suit.
Have you tried it on?
No.
What size is it?
I think it's a 2X, so it's too small. But
yeah, that is pretty.
I don't know why I've always wanted a mermaid bathing suit, and the top's a mermaid.
It literally is like a mermaid bathing suit.
Yeah, the top's mermaid and the bottom is this like the peachy color that's in the mermaid pattern on the top.
Yeah. I'm just like excited to like have the floaties, like, and then I've already recruited, so I already let Richard know that he's been voluntold. So while we're in the
pool, Richard, we have to get Richard a treat of some kind, because poor Richard does a lot for us. He's Yeah, I mean, I know he's Megan's husband, but I do appreciate that he like edits our videos and he's our techie guy and he watches when we're doing our Fat Girl Flipper show live so that we don't get any creeps.
Yeah.
You know what we could do? We could go live from the pool.
Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun.
That would be fun. I mean, we don't have to show everybody or anything. Yeah, but we could go live from the pool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It would be cool. And then go live afterwards when we're at the...
It's just a show. Yeah, that would actually be really fun.
Yep.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so we're going to be at the pool, and then we booked the pavilion, like, half hour, like, in the middle of our pool time. So Richard's going to go and, like, set up, like, snacks and the bins with our clothing in it, and...
he's gonna get his apron on so that when we get there he's all ready for us. He can serve us, you know, or his pool boy uniform, whichever.
Oh my lord,
Richard, you're the pool boy for the day.
Oh my god, yeah. No, I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be really fun. I think it's gonna be a good day, and I do like the evening because even I found like the last couple of weekends, even when the daytime has been kind of gross, the evenings have been nice.
The other thing is, even if it is a little cooler in the evening, that'll make the pool water feel warmer.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing too, because it's later in the day.
And the thing is, it's rain or shine, but if it's raining, you know what? You're going to get wet in the pool anyway. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited.
I am too. I think it's going to be an awesome, awesome time.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else you want to chat about?
The non-working medical transportation system.
Oh, yeah. She's trying to find a drive to her appointment next week. Yeah, that's been a challenge.
The 25th is my appointment.
Oh.
So.
I thought it was next week.
I thought it was next week too, but it's the 25th.
Oh,
which is the following week. I didn't realize this was only the... What's this? Maybe it is next week. Wait a minute. What date are we on?
The 11th?
Would that be... What's today?
Thursday.
No, it's on a Wednesday and it's the 25th. So
yes, it's probably the week after.
Yeah, following week.
Yeah, that's been a challenge. Like, transportation in Nova Scotia is like a really big challenge if you're not like within Central. Like,
not even that. If you're it wouldn't have been a problem if I wasn't in the wheelchair.
Oh yeah,
that's the problem.
Been able to.
Yeah. They would have sent me in a taxi.
Well, it's like layers, right? Like, it's like transportation in and of itself is an issue.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you add the other layer of like any sort of disability, and then when you add another layer of like mobile disability.
So, yeah, the transportation, Nova Scotia Health incorporated, actually the reason they incorporated is the park we're sitting in right now, the event that happened. For northern Nova Scotia, they instituted, I think it was a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years now, free transportation for anyone who lived in the northern zone to hospital and wellness appointments. And it was because a lot of people were suffering from PTSD from the accident and they had no way to get to counseling.
Yeah.
So that was the reason behind the free transportation. But once they started the program, they realized that there was such a huge need. They continued it, thankfully. But the problem is, if you're in a wheelchair and you call in and they don't have space for you, then you don't go.
Right.
And in my case, it's a specialist appointment, and I can't just, you can't just rebook a specialist appointment. Or if you do, you might have to wait years.
Right.
So it's just frustrating sometimes being in the chair.
100%.
Like today when I got that call, I just wanted to cry because I knew that like now I have to reschedule. I was so excited because I got into the ortho so quickly, but there was a cancellation. That's how. And then, because usually after a referral, you wait and wait and wait. Anyway, nothing to do with the podcast. Just
no, but that's
life, right? It's just life, and it's frustrating sometimes. So, but I've been trying to just be positive and trying to work through things instead of getting upset and crying and all that. Working myself into a frenzy because it doesn't help.
Right.
So
I think though too, like what you had said to me at the house, like you're just so tired, and I think that just speaks to, I mean, it can speak to living life in a society where fat bodies are typically shamed or shunned. Um, tired of like advocating for yourself, tired of like pushing past societal barriers, tired of trying to prove yourself in a world that has deemed you unworthy.
Yep.
Like the whole thing is so exhausting, right? So I mean,
well, it's exhausting. You're right. Like just one element is advocating for yourself.
yeah.
And I feel like sometimes, like last week and this week, I felt like that's all I've been doing is advocating and pushing. And like you have to make, whereas like a regular person might make one phone call and everything's done, I might have to make 10 calls and they'll jerry rig some,
Right.
thing, and I'm supposed to accept that and it'll be great.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of times those kind of things happen, and it's
Yep.
not just a situation with transportation, but it's frustrating.
Of course, and it's exhausting. Like
It is, and it's hard on the head, and people think just because you're not working that you're sitting at home doing nothing and having a good time or whatever, laying back in the sun. That's not the case.
no.
A lot of us volunteer, a lot of us are involved with things, a lot of us try to stay active. It's hard.
It is so hard. It is so hard.
And I mean, in your season of life, trying to start a family, you're working a full-time job, it's hard.
Yeah.
Life is hard.
Life is hard.
And the society that we have out there now, everybody's for themselves.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not to say that there's not good people in the world, because there are, but we're a very singular society now, and we're very focused on, okay, we are going to do this. Like me and my wife are going to, we're going to get a house, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. And you might be parked beside the neighbor who has nothing, who doesn't even have a vehicle and a way to get to town. That's the way it works in our society.
It's very individualistic.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of pressure.
Yep.
It's a lot of pressure to kind of meet those guidelines or those deadlines of what society is deemed appropriate for us.
The other thing that I've found, even to make things, to add another layer to the layers, is now I am rural, which I absolutely love because I'm in the country where I want to be.
Yeah, mentally it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's the perfect spot, but that makes transportation even more hard.
Yeah.
Like harder, because I am literally in the middle of nowhere.
And most of Nova Scotia is rural.
Yeah. I'm not the only one who lives in the country.
Yeah, like
I mean, sorry, killing flies. I was gonna say it's a doctor fly. We call them moose flies here, or deer fly. They're the ones that bite you and leave big welts, and they are really itchy.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Anyway, I got rid of it.
Yeah, no, that's difficult. It is exhausting.
Yeah.
And
sometimes you just got to shut off your phone and take a break from it, because if not,
yeah,
I can stress myself into a whole other universe.
Yeah, it's just like you're talking about, like it being harder and like advocating and all this stuff. It reminds me of, I don't know if you saw it. I posted maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, no, but a week ago probably. I was on Instagram. I'll put a trigger warning in on this one because this might be triggering, but I was on Instagram just scrolling through, and there was this woman who was doing like tester seats. So she was like,
yes.
Yeah, so she went to Universal and she did this little video, and it was like, oh, this doesn't fit on, like I don't fit on the tester seat, like it doesn't go down, like kind of just like letting people know, which is great because I often, like when I'm going to a new park, like when I went to Disneyland in California, I looked up like what's fat friendly, what's not. Like, so I personally find it very helpful. So me being not so smart in the moment, decided that I was like, I'm gonna read the comments, because there was like quite a few comments, right? And a lot of them were very negative, right? Like a lot of them, but like some of them were absolutely like, oh look, there's one right above us.
I know, it's awesome.
Horrific. So like, what a waste of space thank God it didn't fit you, like, because you're such a waste of space. Or like,
I saw, you look like an orca. You should be at SeaWorld.
yeah, you look like an orca. There was maybe you should put down the fork. You're fork addict. Like stuff like that. Like really like stuff that is like.
And both of us know that you can be medically obese for absolute true medical reasons. So you can't tell just by looking at a person whether they have eaten themselves to that size, they have something wrong with their thyroid, they have PCOS, they have lipedema, they have whatever. There's antidepressants. Like there's various reasons, right, for being obese.
Overweight or obese.
And you can't make those judgments just by looking at someone.
Yeah, and to add another layer to that, it doesn't matter whether...
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter how someone or why someone is a certain size. Like, to literally say to somebody, you are a physical waste of space. Based on what? Their size?
And most times, if you go and look at the person who's making the comments, they're usually like either creepy looking or like they're, if you want to, I don't like to make fun of people's personal features for the particular reason that we don't want that.
For sure.
But if I was to pick them apart, I'm sure they wouldn't like it. You know, if I said, "Oh, you're bald and or you're old and you're wrinkly or whatever,
or
like
you're short or you're too skinny, whatever it is."
Or else you'll go to their profile and they don't even have a picture.
Yeah. So like, but to just say to somebody, you are a waste of space, like that to me is like,
I wish there was a way to filter those out.
Yeah, like that, like, like I expected the comments about her weight and like them being disrespectful about her size, but like to literally say somebody is a waste of space, that was just like too much. So, and I did post it on my own personal Facebook, because I don't think people see that. Like people really don't see that. People really don't see fat phobia. People really don't see how.
Yeah, take a look. Go in sometime and look. Glitter and lasers is a good one to look at too. She gets a lot of backlash, and she's very popular, so she's an easy one to find. You could go on her page and
you'll see.
Yeah. It's terrible. Yeah. Really. Yeah. I mean, these are just human beings trying to live their life, and kudos to them for putting their life on the internet, right?
Yeah.
I think they should be congratulated, not shunned or made to feel bad.
Yeah. And that's too why we made the decision, like going back to the pool party, like we were talking about like how do we advertise it, so we just decided we would put it on Fat Girl Flippers, and then we put it on our like own personal pages, or any pages that would be like deemed safe,
fat friendly
or safe, but we weren't going to post it on like there's like an Ask Nova Scotia or
like we won't put it out there on Marketplace to the general public, because that's, I think
we don't want those comments.
We actually got those kind of comments. Remember when we first started and we started advertising on Marketplace? Remember the terrible comments we used to get about?
Yes, because we used to model the...
Well, not just that, but when we would advertise that we were going to have a live when we first started, because people were mortified by the name we picked, Fat Girl Flippers. And people used to make fun of that and do all kinds of things, say all kinds of nasty things.
Yeah. So we just didn't want that for the space, right? And so I think it's important.
Yeah, make sure it's safe.
Right. I think it's important to acknowledge that there is like so much hurt that happens. And like you said, we definitely want places to be safe. And if this goes well, so this is the other thing, like if this goes well, like there may be other events in the future, like a dance, or I don't know, like some sort of movement class, or whatever. Like I don't know, the retreat. Maybe we do a couple events, they go really well, and we feel like, oh, maybe we could do a retreat.
One thing that was really fun that I did was forest bathing.
Yeah.
And that was where we picked all those little things out of the forest. And we literally we were in a park, McComas Pond.
Yeah.
And we just walked like 5 minutes off the trail. And I was the one who found the hagstone with the hole in the middle, which is supposed to be like sacredly good. Like
Really?
Yeah, and it was right at my feet of my wheelchair.
Oh my god.
But we collected, like, just in that tiny little, we all gathered in a circle and we had to look at the ground.
Yeah.
And we had, I think she gave us 5 minutes, and we had to fill up this little container that had slots in it, like different sections. And it was amazing the things that we found just in that small space.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And then we all went and we sat with our backs against trees, and we sat underneath the trees and had to write, how did it feel, and what do we see above us, and what's the tree doing. And you know, it was just really cool, and it was really relaxing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Yeah, so we could do stuff like that too.
And that
right?
was a simple, easy event. It doesn't cost anything. And
yeah. So we just want to see how this goes and if people participate. And
yeah, then there could be,
yeah,
you know, who's to say? We might even have a Christmas party or,
yeah,
you know, anything. We could do something really fun.
Yeah. Okay, well, anything else?
No, I think we've kind of, car chat is fun.
Yeah, I do like it.
I like it.
I do like it.
This is easy. See, now you can just come to my place, pull in, and you don't even have to come in. We can sit in the car.
Get in the car and do it.
Imagine in the winter sitting in here like when it's snowing, like a snow globe.
See, that would be pretty.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be pretty.
You guys tell us, do you like the car chats or do you not like the car chats?
Make sure to put it in the comments. All right. Well, until next time, have a good week.
Mwah.
Laughter and good vibes too. The Fat Girl Chronicles, we're breaking through. No more hiding, no more feeling small. We're taking up space, standing proud and tall. Our voice is strong, our stories to be heard. Challenging the stereotypes, flipping the world. The Chronicles of